Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Beauti Paschen. Yes! Let's go, baby. It's Thirsty Thursday. Yes, it's Thirsty Thursday. I hope everybody's having a great morning. It's gonna have a great day. So Cardi B has did an interview with Jason Lee on Revolt TV. So this is Jason Lee's premiere of his show, The Jason Lee Show on Revolt TV. Now, let me just say something about Jason Lee first before we get started with this reaction video. How can I put this? I don't really care for Jason Lee. I'm just being honest. How can I say this? Like, I just feel like, I'm just gonna say it, he's evil. I'm sorry. I just feel like he's evil. I feel like sometimes when people are in this profession, they take things a little too far. And I feel like Jason Lee was one of those people that always took it too far. I mean, I seen his interview on Drink Champs. It was distasteful. He was talking about his former best friend, Melissa Ford. I didn't like anything that he was saying about her. Previously, he has said a lot of stuff about people. I just don't like him. I'm just going to be honest. And then I tried to figure out, like, why is he like that? You know what I'm saying? You know how when you look at people and they kind of like you look at them like, why are you like this? Then he was on Love and Hip Hop. I think LA or Love and Hip Hop Hollywood or something. And it was revealed that his past with his mom and his dad started his pain. And he kind of just put his hurt on everybody else. I'm just being honest. And so it really stemmed from his mama and his daddy not really ever showing him love. And then he kind of just, when he turns on you or he don't like you, he kind of just puts that on people that he don't like. And I don't like that. So, Jason Lee show is a brand new show. I'm trying to see what kind of content is he's going to bring to this show. To be honest, I might give him a second chance in my mind, but since he interviewing Cardi B, I'm trying to see, and he got 354,000 views on this video. So I don't know. Cardi B never does like interviews. If anybody follow her, she rarely does any interviews. So for her to be his first guest is really great, to be honest. Let's see what she's talking about. But before we get into this reaction, I need you to like my video. I need you to like my video right now, because you already know it's gonna be great. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, who better? Who better? Ain't nobody better than Beauti Paschen. Nobody. All right, let's get started with this reaction video on Revolt TV from Jason Lee. I've never did a reaction on Revolt TV, so I don't even know if they're going to let it play. It might be copywritten, but we'll see.
Hollywood Unlocked in probably 6 years.
For 6 years, for real.
That's great, but it seems like, is it my fault because we became friends and we talk every day, or are you just busy and...
No, I mean, if you really notice, Jason, I haven't really been doing interviews like that.
Right.
I really haven't.
She don't do interviews.
Sometimes I do interviews, it's like a radio run interview.
Right.
I haven't over Zoom. Like, I haven't really done interviews in a minute. And I don't know, is it because of like the COVID thing, or I don't know, it's because I have built so much anxiety that I'm not as open as I used to be. So I don't know what it is, but I just really haven't done like interviews like that in a minute.
It's funny that you...
Cardi B look pretty as hell in this fuchsia. I love fuchsia too. I mean, this fuchsia looks so pretty on her skin with this blonde wig. It looked really pretty.
Say that because I was telling somebody the other day, they were talking about, you know, you on social media and how charismatic you are and funny, this and that. And I'm like, if you meet with Cardi in person, I told him about the story when we went to Crustaceans and we were all sitting there having dinner and you were eating your octopus in the corner and you were in your phone the entire time and you weren't talking because you're really an introvert. People think that who you are on social media is who they're going to run into on the street.
Yes, I'm really like an introvert, like, and people like
I don't blame
can't believe that, and I don't know. That's how I mean. I'm like a popular loner, though.
Why though? because this is the thing. I think you're inconsistent though, because first you say, when I'm done, when I have my kid, I'm popping out and be outside every day. But now you're still in the studio every day. You're working every day. You're at home with your kids every day. So like, you still ain't popping out the way that you told me.
Okay, no, wait. I'm popping out a little bit more because the thing about it is I didn't want it to pop out after I had my son because I told you, like, I wanted to get my body done first.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, a lot of people thought that like when I gave birth, I automatically went to do surgery. No, I literally waited like 7 months to do surgery because you have
good.
to like
yeah, but see, this is the thing. I know you said
that's a good thing that she did. A lot of women go right after they give birth and go get a surgery when you're supposed to be healing. You're supposed to be like taking all in that you had a new baby. You got to get your mental right. You got to get a lot of things right before you go into surgery, because now that's a whole new thing that you got to deal with. So that's actually a good thing that she said. I had to get a lot of things together first before I went into surgery. And that actually was a good point she made. She got her life together for 7 months and then she went into surgery. So that's why we wasn't really seeing her on we wasn't seeing her like on social media or out and about, because she was in the house doing what she's supposed to do, to be honest.
you didn't have a problem talking about surgery today. I've always, since I've seen you when you did the interview here 6 years ago, and even up to date. I mean, now clearly we've seen you've done some work, but I've always thought you were beautiful. Did you know you wanted to do different work to your body along the way, or like when did you decide you were going to make a change?
I always wanted like to do certain things. You know, like a lot of people. And this is the thing, the tricky thing about a lot of people, right? People will be assuming that like when you do surgery or something, like you're insecure about yourself or you hate yourself. And that's just not the truth. I just be feeling like if I want to correct something, I want to do a little something like,
why not?
I'm gonna do it. Like I like being perfect. I like a certain type of body, like for myself. And if I want to do it, I do it. And then it's like when it comes like to think like I always felt like I had a big nose, even when before I was famous, I was like, damn, I got my daddy's nose.
Poppy don't have a big Poppy don't have a big nose.
No, my dad have a nose. And then the motherfucker gave it to me. But I was always afraid to do my nose. And I finally took that step.
Because when you told me you were going to do your nose, I honestly did not understand it. Because I've always thought you were beautiful.
OMG, did y'all know she had did her nose? I didn't even know that she had did her nose. Somebody in the comments let me know that y'all knew Cardi B had did her nose. I didn't know she had did nose surgery. That's something different to me. I never knew that. I knew the boobs. I knew the butt. And whatever she get, I guess, you know, the BBL, whatever she get, butt shots, whatever. But I didn't never notice her nose. Her nose, I thought that was just like her nose. I never thought nothing was wrong with Cardi B nose, to be honest, even from the beginning. I mean, we know she did her teeth. That was the first thing she really did with her teeth. When she started getting money, she did her teeth first. Then she did, I think, the boobs, or she might have did her boobs. I think she always had the boobs. So I think she had the boobs when she was on Love and Hip Hop. Then when she started getting money, she did her teeth. Then she did her butt or whatever. I think that's in the order it went. I'm not sure. Somebody let me know. But I didn't never know she got her nose done. That's something new to me.
I will say this.
But it wasn't because of the beautiful. I just never really liked my nose. And
really?
I never said this, but I'm going to say it. I was going to do it with my friend. Her name is Surgeon Maid. I was going to do a live with her about it. But since we here. So, you know, like around 2018, 2019, everybody was like, oh, there's a non-surgical way for your nose to get smaller. And that's fillers. And
I never heard that.
Yes. And I feel like it's really important for me to tell this. So, if anybody like gets into these type of things, like, remember, I'm letting y'all know this. Everybody kept saying like, there's a non-surgical way to get your nose smaller. And that's doing fillers. So I did fillers on my nose, right, in 2019. And that's my nose.
But I thought fillers, because I just got fillers. Fillers, you put in to make it a little puffier. Right?
I don't really know. I'm talking about the nose.
Right. So when you put it in, if you were trying to make the nose smaller, how would the fillers make it smaller?
Listen, when you see things on Instagram,
you just believe like
it makes sense. Like when you see it on Instagram, but fillers make my nose longer. Like it made the tip of my nose longer. Like you will see it in 2019. Like my nose got longer, it got wider, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what the? I felt my nose. I have no choice but to actually do my nose. So in 2020, after WAP, like I got my nose done.
No, I remember when it looked longer, but I thought that was just maybe you had did some other.
So that's probably why we didn't know, because Cardi B wasn't active on social media damn near the whole pandemic. I mean, those are the years she was having kids, and she kind of took a little break. She came out with WAP, and then like again she took another break after WAP. So that makes sense then why I didn't notice she got her nose done. I never noticed that, because it was during a time when she wasn't really active. Of course she had to wait till her nose healed. And she's telling us like why she did it, because she really didn't want to do nose surgery at first. She actually got fillers, which really didn't make sense, because in my mind, why would you get fillers? That makes it puffy. And so she said she didn't know at the time. She thought it was a good idea. It made her nose look bigger, and that's why she went and got surgery.
Work to make the nose look longer.
No, I did some fillers on my nose and I f***ed it up. I was like, what the oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. What the I did to myself? Like, oh my gosh, just take these fillers out. And it's like,
I like it
how
set,
much
though.
I try to like
the set
take
look
the
nice.
fillers out, it just up my tips. So in 2020 after WAP, I just got my nose done.
Okay, so how do you decide who you're gonna go to and trust to touch your face or your body? Because I remember the time we were at Chris's house and Kim gave you a list of people you could call to get help.
Yeah.
You didn't call none of those people. You just went and did at home.
No, I called a couple of people that she gave me.
Okay, well the nose looks great. I will say this: you walked in here earlier and I looked at you, and I feel like I talk to you every day. Usually, as you take you're on the toilet or you're in the car or you're with your kids or you're doing eating. But just look at you. You look great. So we're done.
She does look. She does look good.
I look great.
Does Cardi look great? I think
she does look good. And then y'all remember she also came out and said she took a lot of she reconstructed her butt. She said she didn't like how her butt was looking. It was getting bigger probably after birth from the weight gain. And she said she took a lot of I want to say fat, but anyway, she reduced her butt. Whatever it's called, she reduced her butt. And to be honest, it looks better now. Because Cardi B butt was getting really big. I'm talking about boom, 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 boom. And now she reduced it. It looks more natural. And I see the girls are going towards the more natural look. I've noticed a couple of people that have gotten shots, BBL, lipo, whatever it is. They are reducing their butt to have a more natural look. So that's what's trending right now. The big butts just like how big boobs is trending, and then everybody started getting their breast implants taken out. It's kind of the same thing with the BBL. More women are starting to reverse now and go back to a natural body, which, to be honest, I'm here for it.
We can't afford a big set with a big audience, but we do what we can. Okay, all right. So look, now that I got you on the show, and everybody knows I like to cut up.
He definitely like to cut up.
I want to talk about life, love,
he definitely like to cut up, y'all,
and loss. Because since I met you, I told you I was laying up in the bed in the Bronx with the Spanish boy, looking at Instagram years ago, and here you were talking the most reckless Instagram, and I fell in love with you then. And I think I'm a manifester, right? I say I love this person, I want to meet them, and then I met you. Do you know where I met you at? Do you remember the first time? It was at Diddy's house party. Now my show is on Revolt. That's the first thing. See what I'm saying? It all comes together.
It all comes together.
And so then I think about, okay, when we did our first interview and you came in the studio, and this was right as Bodak Yellow was about to pop. And at the time, your team was like, yo, this girl, I didn't know who I knew who you were at Cardi B online, but the way they were pitching the song Bodak Yellow, they were pitching the song. I'm like, I don't know what a Bodak Yellow is. I don't know what none of that is. And then when you came in the studio and they told me this song is going to be a hit, and then it just blew up, and then bam. Was that when you knew like my life was going to change?
Yeah. She knew it then.
Kind of, sort of, because this is the thing, right? I felt like I was rapping for 2 years before Bodak Yellow, right? And I just keep doing these mixtapes. And I just felt like I kept going hard in the paint in the studio and everything. And it got to the point that I just feel like I keep just getting rejected. I keep getting rejected by people that I was presenting my music to. And then
was like labels or just everybody?
Labels, a lot of people, a lot of DJs. There was like, because you know what's so crazy? A lot of people think that like a lot of people just don't understand, like when you don't pop off because of a song, because some people just pop off because of a hot song or something. I had to like literally prove myself. So when I was putting out my mixtape, promoters, they wanted to book me for parties. So I was like, instead of you booking me for a party, why don't you pay instead of a party? Yeah, a concert. So I did my own tour. I had artists coming in.
You're investing your own money too.
Yes, I invested my own money in my everything, from my videos to my looks, because I had to change my looks around and everything.
You know what? Cardi B said something that was real important. She said that basically, I don't want to be a party host. I want to be an artist. So instead of you booking me to yell on the couch, hey, to be a host of a party, why don't you book me to perform? So that kind of makes sense. I want to start going into the field that I want to be in. I don't want to be a host just because everybody know me. I want to be an artist. And she said she started taking her own money and started living her dream. So she started on Love and Hip Hop. She took the money from Love and Hip Hop and she went on her own tour, she said. She used that money to go on tour, and she used that money for her to get her clothes, to get her look together, her makeup artist, her hair, and she started booking shows and going on tour with her own money. So basically, she didn't sit back and wait for somebody to find her or somebody to sign her. She basically got up and started moving on her own because she already had a following. And I think once you have a following, that's really half the battle. So once you have a following, you really don't need, you can do everything on your own once you got a following. So I really commend the way that she said she started her career. She didn't wait for somebody to sit back and say she was a star. She already knew she was a star.
To bringing those artists that were like opening up for me, I had to pay for their road trips, for their hotels, everything for the engineers, everything. And I just felt like I kept trying. And it got to the point that I felt like, you know what? I'm starting to get comfortable. Like, I'm starting to get comfortable with putting mixtapes and the low numbers that I was doing. Like, I was being...
What part was comfortable? It was tracking, or...
I was being satisfied with, like not taking things personal. Like, I just was almost, like, feeling like, this is it for me. Like, this is it for me. Like, they're not going to take me serious. I might as well start just doing music videos. I just know that you might get 2-3 million views. It's just not gonna go more than that. But
so you actually were letting it get to your head?
It was getting to my head because I feel like I kept trying, and like so many people from my city was like making it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm not making it. I feel like I kept pushing forever and everything, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, it's like everywhere I go, people are singing it and rapping it, but it's like nobody want to accept it. Nobody want to play it. Nobody want to, like, whatever. And when I met Offset, and like I met the Migos and everything, and and by the way, a lot of artists, they didn't want to give me a feature. Like, now it's easier for female rappers to get features.
But why at the time did they not want to?
Because I just feel like they didn't really believe in me like that. Like, it's like I was coming from Love and Hip Hop, so it's like, oh, whatever.
Well, and at the time too, there weren't a lot of women doing hip hop. I mean, really competitive in the lane.
Right.
And I feel like, and I will say, I'll give you your credit, because I do feel like in many ways, I just said this to the President of the United States, literally at the Christmas party. I said, Mr. President, you're the most underrated president that I've ever seen. And I feel like people haven't really given you the credit for, like, not even just the hustle, but the stick-to-itiveness, the fact that you've never given up, the fact that you still, get doubted or
right.
people And like it's like you always have to constantly prove yourself. When you open up the game for a lot more women to come behind you.
That's true.
Yeah, well, I feel like people are gonna always do that because
That's good what Jason Lee said. Cardi B, for a long time, everybody know it was Nicki Minaj. It was just Nicki Minaj. Just Nicki Minaj. Y'all hear me? Just Nicki Minaj. No other female rappers. If they was underground. They wasn't mainstream like Nicki was. Cardi B today was the second mainstream female rapper after Nicki Minaj, which set up the beef for them. Because when Cardi B came in, her force was so strong that it kind of like overpowered Nicki. Now, Nicki always had been great. She always was going to be great. But instead of 1 million people with eyes on Nicki, 500,000 people of those people had their eyes on Cardi. And that kind of set up the beef with her and Nicki because Nicki kind of was like, where are you coming from? And, you know, I guess they just didn't never mesh, or she just didn't really like that. However, when everybody know what it was going on with the Nicki and Cardi beef. But she kind of did set it up for like other artists, other female rappers to start coming out. And now we got tons of them.
I feel like to this day there's women, there are legend women, like, because there's a whole bunch, and they still like always not question, but it's always like, oh, but they're not better than this, they're not better than that, they're not better. I feel like they're always gonna do that with women. Like, it's like when you're a woman, like, I feel like you're gonna have to constantly prove yourself all the time.
But why is that? Why? Because I feel like when you came in and then, you know, starting to see all these other women come behind you, it's really just rap now. It's not about women versus men, at least the way I look at it. Because I look at your numbers, I look at how you've charted, the Grammy and all that. You're up there competitive with the Drakes and the people who are doing music. So why is it that women get treated differently than men when it comes to hip hop? Or is that just the world we live in?
I just feel like that's just the world we live in. It's never gonna be you. It's never gonna be something that you did or something that you say. It's just like they're always gonna have fun doing it. Like, people just need like a topic to talk about. People just need something like, I mean, I feel like now that I see things in a broader way, I feel like that's just what moves the world. And it's like, it's inevitable to happen. Because you know what? I feel like I came in the game real humble. I came in the game, I don't want no titles. People could see my past tweets. People could see past videos that I have made. I don't want no.
Okay, I don't agree with what she's saying. She came into the world. Cardi B did not come into the rap game humble. She came into the rap game with fire. It was just like, this is who I am. She was talking her shit. She didn't come into the rap game humble. And when she say that, I don't know if she's saying like, I don't know what she mean by she came into the rap game humble, because I've never, not saying that she's not humble. I'm not saying her she's not humble. But I guess when she said she put that in a rap game, like, you didn't come into the rap game humble. You came into the rap game with a force. You wanted people to recognize you. You were saying you were better than this person. Like, you came into the rap game with a force. It wasn't like humbleness. So I don't know. Let me see what she's saying when she's talking about she came in the rap game humble, because I don't understand that one.
No titles. I don't want nobody feeling a certain type of way.
No comparisons either.
I don't want no comparisons. I just want to make it. Like, I just want to make it. Like, I was so hungry. I just want to make it. That's all. Like, I just want my foot in there. Like, I want my foot inside that door. Like, that's what I want. And like, no matter how much you prevent it or not, like, it's gonna happen, because people gonna.
Friends, you've never once called to hate on anybody else. Like, it's always about you, how, you know, when you feel like you put your own pressure, when you turn your own pressure up, you like, yo, I'm about to go do this. It's always about the moves that you're going to make. Why do you feel being somebody who never publicly goes after other people is somebody that gets the most hate?
I don't know why I get so much hate. I don't know, is it because I'm very like vocal, or I don't know.
That's what it is.
I don't know. I think it's like probably like 3 factors. I feel like, I don't know, I get a lot of hate. Is it because I respond to it? So people.
Oh, you respond to it.
I respond to it.
You will stop the whole world with a tweet. My team, as soon as Cardi tweets could have been a segment at Hollywood a lot, because they'd be like, yo, my team, Keisha right there, she'd be like, Cardi tweeted. What did Cardi do? You will respond.
I will respond. So I don't know, is it because people know that I will respond to it, so
that's
people just want to respond out of thing, and people just want drama off of me, because I'm very sensitive.
Hey, I'm Cardi B all the way. People just know that I will respond, and they love when you respond to stuff. The internet loves when you respond to stuff. Why do you think I get all these comments? People notice that I talk to and respond to my comments. Why do you think the YouTubers around here doing these fuck videos? Because they know that I respond to stuff. Am I going to respond to everything? No. Everything don't need a response, but part of it is because she responds to stuff. That's why everybody puts so much bad energy into her, because she responds to stuff. That's how it went.
If I ain't gonna front, I'm very sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, I don't know it's what it is. I'm just a little crazy. I don't know, is it because I feel like I'm too nice. I have to be too nice because other people told me that I'm too nice, that I'm too humble, that I'm too this, that I'm too that. And I was talking to another Libra about that I like. It's like, we humble, but we could really like what? Please, I could really.
You're like that on social media, but you are humble. And I think that's the biggest problem that I have with you, is that you are so humble. Because you say you want to put your foot in the door, but a lot of people, I feel like when they get in the industry, they just want to put their foot on people's necks. You don't come like, I mean, the numbers do. The numbers have been on a lot of people's necks, but I don't feel like you've ever taken that approach to how you've entered anything, you know? Like, I'm just.
Maybe that's what I have to do. I don't know. Whatever.
And I feel like it's the thing that made you famous, because social media, Love and Hip Hop didn't make you famous. Social media made
social
you famous.
media make me famous. That's why I always say, like, it's like social media made me famous. Like,
I feel like Love and Hip Hop commercialized it. Yeah. But like you were hood famous, you were like culture famous, like everybody knew who Cardi B was and everybody looked to you for laughter. The one thing that bothers me is that I feel like your star has gotten so big now, and you have so many people that hold you like up to some level of responsibility that you can't be that funny girl we just want to escape with anymore.
Yes, because now if you don't have like the popular opinion,
that's off the money. That's off
the money. That's off the everything, and then it's just like sometimes.
Cardi B, that is so true. That is so true. If you don't have that popular opinion, if it messes up a lot of things, but what about how you feel, how your heart feel, how your mind feel? Am I just going to ignore that because of popular opinion? Why can't I be true to myself? And Cardi B was one of those people where she didn't care what everybody think. She said what she felt. And I love that about Cardi. She didn't care what it was. If 1,000 people was going to the right, Cardi went to the left, if that's how she felt. And I really, really enjoy genuine people like that. They don't let anybody sway how they feel about something. And that was another thing that a lot of people love, which was me, and a lot of people love. And that was another thing that a lot of people hate. They hate when you're not going with the most popular opinion. And to be honest, that shit should be dead. That to me, I feel like is a part of being phony. If I feel like, if you feel like the popular opinion is how you feel, that's fine. But if I feel like I don't feel like that, I shouldn't get ridiculed because of that. And Cardi B is somebody that is a main example of somebody not always going with popular opinion.
Right? When I want to talk about a relationship, because I feel like every girl, every man, everybody around me, up and down, everybody have relationship drama. So it's like, if I talk about relationship drama or something, it's like, oh, but this, and that because I'm married. So it's
Why
like,
does everything you say have to be like a sub? Like, it's not a sub. It can be a thought.
It's either a sub or it's either something that like you're probably going through in your life. And it's like, no, I'm talking about experience. I'm talking about something that my homegirl went through.
Right.
Their
experiences.
My homeboy. Or I'm talking about things that I'm seeing on
social media. Puts what you say on you. I could get up there now and be like, I am so sad, y'all. If I get up on my YouTube channel or put something on my social media, and basically if I say something on YouTube and be like, y'all, I'm so sad. Watch how many comments get under there and be like, oh, it's because she didn't heal from her abusive relation. Oh, it's because she didn't heal from, like, I could just be sad because I'm sad today. Like, why can't I just be sad today? I don't know nobody that wakes up every day happy. And if they do, they hadn't something. The happiest person don't wake up every day happy. And social media would take what you say and just turn it, twist it, and wring it out. And that's just how it is. And she's saying that, like, just because I said this, I have to be married to say that. Like, for a long time, I wasn't even married. So what she's saying makes a lot of sense too.
Online. So it's just like, you gotta like be careful about something. Like one time I said, right, like, it's like, hey ladies, men do peep the little things. They like when you lotion up, that you this and that. And it's like, why do you have to do it for a man for? Why do you have, and it's like, oh my God, forget it.
Yeah, forget it.
God, the what's it called? Like the extreme feminists were killing me, and it's just like, nowadays you can't even do anything.
You can't do anything.
Say, on behalf of everybody watching and everybody in the room, we miss that. Like, we miss your opinions, because you say everybody's thinking, and you're at a level where, you know, some folks.
Yes. People hate. People, let me take that back. People love when I'm telling you, when you say something that people are scared to say, people love that, because a lot of things that I didn't say, somebody in my comment section said it. So that made me like, dang, I didn't want to say that, but man, I'm so glad they said that, so I can give some feedback on how I feel about that. I don't say everything that I think. I say most of it, but I don't say everything that I think. And Cardi B, that is the part that we really kind of miss with her, because now she kind of censors herself too. She's not as open and honest as she used to be because of the backlash she used to get. But that's the part that I really missed about Cardi. She would get up there and she would say how she feel. And I feel like nobody should try to censor you because they are in their feelings about something. It's okay to have an opinion, but don't attack me. That goes back to, don't attack me because I have an unpopular opinion and based on you or based on the masses. And they did.